This month we will see Formula 1 racing at one of my favorite venues, the Silverstone International Circuit. It really is one of the best tracks for modern F1 cars in my opinion. Try to name another track that consistently delivered great races in the last couple of years. I don't think there are too many besides Interlagos maybe. And then of course, Silverstone is the home of Formula 1. Most of the teams are located near Silverstone and the very first Formula 1 championship race took place here in 1950. So it might come as a surprise to some that Silverstone wasn't a constant part of the calendar until 1987. Until 1986, Silverstone alternated hosting the British Grand Prix with Brands Hatch, another one of Britain's most iconic racing venues. Brands Hatch took over from Aintree as alternating host of the British Grand Prix, and while I of course knew that Formula 1 raced here, I could have sworn that it was not as late as until 1986. And Brands Hatch never changed too much. Today it essentially is the same track as in 1964. And if you ever played any racing game or sim, you've probably driven a lot of laps here, since it pretty much is included everywhere, which doesn't take anything away from its worth. As I said, it is a pretty good track, but usually you drive GT3, touring cars or maybe Formula 3 cars around here. So how would Brands Hatch look like in a modern Formula 1 car? Surprisingly, that was a pretty strange sensation despite this not being that much of an unusual track and car combination. I was just unused to seeing this track so fast. You know, like, I've driven this 1,000 times, I know this track, but it felt like I was fast forwarding through a lap, which made it feel very strange, if that makes any sense. If you get used to it, it is great fun throwing your car through all of these blind corners, being always on the edge. I can't really imagine going wheel-to-wheel racing here with these cars, to be honest, but hey, let's try it out nevertheless. And here we are on the grid as George Russell in his Mercedes, starting from P5 and it's lights out, and away we go for that short lap here, or short race, sorry. On Brands Hatch. 5 laps we will be doing as we just push, Lewis Hamilton out of the track here through Paddock Hill Bend. That is a very interesting first corner in the first lap. In general, it's a pretty interesting first corner. Very, very challenging and really inviting you to run wide at the exit or to overdo it. And now through the forest we go towards the Hawthorne Bend here. 6th gear. Always hard to tell when you can go on the throttle, because you really don't see the end of the track, or you over these crests. It's really hard to tell where the track is ending and where the curb is you're aiming for. And then again, the curbs aren't too big either. And yeah, you've seen it in the Hotlap. A lap here is very, very short, so already lap 2. Only 9 corners this track. Oh, that was a good exit out of Paddock Hill, and late on the brakes against that Ferrari there. Oh, there must have been an accident on the first lap through that hairpin there. That might probably be the circuit's best overtaking opportunity. However, I don't know if that really works like this for Formula 1 cars. This depends on how easy it is to follow through Paddock Hill Bend, and of course there won't... It's too short to have DRS. In fact, I'm really struggling to see where you could have a DRS zone, probably when entering the forest. This part here definitely isn't suitable for DRS either, as we're getting close to Max Verstappen in his Red Bull ahead of us. Back onto the start-finish, not really straight. Lap 3 already, and we have Carlos Sainz in our mirrors. Once again, a good run through Paddock Hill. The AI really struggling through that bit, not taking it as quick as they could. So this, of course... Oh, and Verstappen with a mistake out of 30s, out of turn 3. No, sorry, it was turn 3, not 30s. 30s is the corner here. And this is pretty much the only part of track where I see DRS. Well, at least you could enable it here. I don't know if it would really help to overtake into turn 5, running a little wide there. But Verstappen, due to that mistake, has even dropped down into P4, so he's behind Sainz even. Oh, bad exit out of that corner here. And now back on towards the start-finish straight to start lap 4 already. Sainz really trying to find a way past ourselves. But yeah, overtaking is really, really difficult here. If not to say it is almost impossible, at least with these cars, because, I mean, the track is pretty narrow for a Formula 1 car. And then, yeah, there is no real bit where you could properly slipstream, so overtakes will happen most likely when there is a mistake like Verstappen did there one lap ago. Or, well, here the AI is really slow through turn 1, so you can easily snatch them into the hairpin that is turn 2. But apart from that, I'm really too afraid. It is not the best racetrack for Formula 1. It is brilliant fun to throw the car around this track, like I've said before. And we will do so for the final lap as well. Let's see if we can catch up to Leclerc. Oh, not ideal how I've taken turn 1. But this is also so great. You don't see the apexes. You kind of have to remember or guess where it is, and then try to hit it and hope for everything to go right. This is a great characteristic of Brands Hatch. All these flowing, very challenging corners. This is actually very, very fun. And we are getting closer to Leclerc. This is actually still quite a good lap. Maybe we could try something. Through Dingledell we go. Great corner name, by the way, Dingledell. And now, I think that's been it. We won't get a chance into the hairpin. So, we finish this race in P2. So now to conclude, do I think Formula 1 should come to Brands Hatch again? No, I don't think so. I mean, like, for hot lapping, this track is absolutely brilliant with modern F1 cars, but for racing, I don't see it work. And it certainly is not better than Silverstone at all. I mean, Silverstone is right now the track that is pretty much the best for racing Formula 1 cars in the calendar, maybe together with Interlagos. We've seen these in the last couple of years. These races there have always been fantastic, so please don't touch Silverstone at all. And yeah, maybe have like a Hotlap event in Brands Hatch. That would be cool, but apart from that, I don't think Brands Hatch would suit modern Formula 1 really well. And that has been it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did so. Also, don't forget to leave a comment with which tracks you want to see next covered in this series. And yeah, I hope to see you all the next time. Subscribe, of course, to not miss anything happening on this channel. And I see you all, hopefully, the next time. Until then, goodbye.